about that, eh? Right. Good morning and welcome. It is 20 to 10. I've got a nice long session today, about 5 hours worth of time spare, and I'm going to get stuck back into this. I'm going to pick up where I left off on Wednesday, which was the sanding. Couldn't do it on Wednesday because it was still sticky and I ran out of time anyway. So we'll pick up from that point, sand it all over, and then some body filler. I'm going to thin out some body filler, make it runny, spread it all over, get a nice smooth sand over the whole thing, and then some primer. The idea with the primer, give me a guide coat, see where the bumps are, get those out, more primer, get more out, get more. So eventually it is as smooth as it possibly can be, hopefully as smooth as the tank. If it looks nice, then I'll get some silver over it as well. So wish me luck, eyes down for a full house. Let's get stuck in. Right, okay, next level. That's got a good coat all over it. It's lovely that I used half and half regular body filler, half of the old reconstituted sanding stuff, which is fiberglass, so that's stronger than regular body filler. It hasn't got that chalky feel to it. It'll have a little bit more strength, a little bit more durability, which is nice as the outer finish, and it's nice and smooth. The way it all floats out is really nice. So that will sand back in about a couple of hours. As we said, it's dry, you can, but it's still sticky. Kind of soft, you feel a general tackiness to it, so if you try to sand that now, you saw back on Wednesday, it just gums up the paper straight away. You can't do it. So effective use of time, what I'm going to do instead for the next bit is I'm going to spin it over, and these little bits here, let's show you, these little cutouts there and the other side there, they used to go where I got the bolts that mount the structure onto the frame. They used to go neatly around that, but then I lifted the whole thing up by about 1.5 inches or so the whole panel's higher up, and they just sit in midair now doing nothing. So I'm going to fill them in, which means just laminate on the inside, 3 or 4 or 5 layers of fiberglass tissue on the inside, let that set nicely, then cut it round, and it'll be a bit more of that fiberglass filler as a bridging filler in there to gum that up to make a nice round edge as if there was nothing there, just literally grafting a bit in. This is where with a metal or steel tray, if I was making a steel under tray, that would be so much quicker. Just cut a little piece of steel and just weld it in and then grind it flat. But with fiberglass, it is always a process. This whole thing, making this whole tail out of fiberglass, is a completely new thing for me. It's given me the ability to make the shape which I would never have made that shape out of steel. Not on your life. It would be English wheel, stretcher and shrinker, and loads of skills to get that right, and then probably TIG welding it as well, so it's absolutely smooth. And I have not got those skills, not yet. I will possibly get there one day, but for now, I've done it out of fiberglass. Anyway, shut up talking, spin it over. Let's laminate those bits in so I can fill them up. Right, there we go. Effective use of time. That's got that bit done. Once that's all cured, I shall put a little bit of that filler made from the sanding dust from fiberglass. So it'll be like a fiberglass bridging filler in there, just to fill it in, make it full thickness, and then that'll be curved round when I get the final shape at the end. But for now, I want to sand this down. Now to finish this today, just a quick coat of grey primer. It's not for any other reason than to give me a uniform colour over the whole thing, and I can see the little pinholes and faults. You know the drill, you know how it works, done it loads of times. You have to then fill those, rub them down, then fill the next ones and rub them down until eventually it's perfect. So it is not perfect yet, but it is smooth and straight. That's a nice straight run with the flat block. Everything's good. I'm happy with it so far. So it's just a guide coat. And I want to call it done for today. Well, there we are, another long and messy day. This really is messy old business, but very, very rewarding. I really enjoyed that. That's just a guide coat, that's not the paint. That's so that I can see all the little nicks and digs and holes. And as you saw, I've saved a whole container there of the sanded off filler, so I'll just mix that up with some resin, a little bit harden out, and I'll use that, because as you saw, this went through a whole tin of filler on, half a tin of filler off, and I'll reuse it until I've got all I need. Now that is starting to look like a tailpiece now, really happy with that. The next thing will be to get the finish right, so I can put some silver over it, because I want to put it like this into the wheel silver so it matches in. Then I'll start addressing the underneath. I just want to box in, grind off the edge of that little French tube so it tucks in nicely underneath, and then box it in with some fiberglass so it all looks like one neat little hole in the back of the panel. And then from then on, possibly could even start on the exhaust. I don't know. I don't like to wish too much, it never happens. There we go. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate all your kind support. It is driving me forward as always. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. Ride safe. See you next time.